Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. You are tuned in to Community Conversation with yours truly, Dr. Liddell Lewis. And we are here with Mr. Leon Elamine. Hello, Leon.
Hello. How are you?
Let me tell you, whatever I am, my show ain't chatty. Shout out to Brittany at 810 Reclusive. You too can avoid being chatty. Look her up on Instagram, 810 Reclusive. So, absolutely, we are doing very well. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we have a lot of things to get into, a lot of positive information to share. So I don't want to waste any time. I want to get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, so you are the founder, visionary, the senior executive, the man at the M.A.D.E Institute, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so fill us in. What is the M.A.D.E Institute?
So M.A.D.E stands for Money, Attitude, Direction, and Education, and we're a 501c3 nonprofit that was established in 2015, and our mission is to provide comprehensive programming for individuals coming out of prison, jail, at-risk youth, and even veterans and those impacted by violence, with programming around like housing, financial education, health and wellness, urban farming. We use a holistic approach to really assist individuals and reintegrate them back into the community.
Wow, so that's pretty deep. So explain to us your purpose behind establishing the M.A.D.E Institute, because this sounds very like you thought about it for a minute.
Yeah. Well, I got lived experience. So I'm a formerly incarcerated man myself. I served 7 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections from 2003 to 2010. And when I was incarcerated, I had an opportunity to just reevaluate my life. And I determined and decided during that time period I wanted to come out and do something different. And I knew the impact of the way I was, the bad choices I was making in my life had on not only myself and my family, but the community as a whole. So I didn't know at the time what I was going to do, but when I knew if I was given a second opportunity, I wanted to do something positive to impact the community and uplift the community. And so when I came home in 2010, I hit the ground running as a community activist. During that time period, I just started to discover certain things that I knew the community was lacking and that needed to really be addressed if we were serious about transforming our city. And one of those things is, we had a high population of individuals with felons. And so I said, you know what, this is my lane. I want to cater to individuals who have backgrounds, who don't have opportunities to, be positive and reintegrate themselves back in the community. And that's how M.A.D.E was birthed.
Wow. So what I just heard was one man with a vision and a plan saw the needs and the gaps in the community, and you jumped into a lane that was vacant, and now you're speeding in the fast lane. Yeah, the fast lane to positivity. Okay, so let's talk about some of your current programs and projects with the M.A.D.E Institute. So tell us about that, because I see you have a lot going on. Even council that allocated you some money, but we're not even going to talk about that part yet. We just want to talk about, you have tarps up, with the M.A.D.E Institute around and fencing. Let's talk about some of your programs and projects.
Absolutely. So I'm very thankful, just thankful individuals, whether it's council or people in the community, recognizing the importance of the work and some of the things that we are involved in right now. We have a commercial property at 102 West Flint Park Boulevard that we're currently seeking funding and trying to raise funds to redevelop and turn that into our hub, our one-stop shop, in which you will have like affordable housing and some basically a business incubator and so forth. So not to talk too much about that. I still got to kind of keep that on the wraps. But I'm excited about that project, and we're calling that Self-Made Ventures.
Okay.
Really want to put something in the heart of the community, the neighborhoods that's been disinvested for quite some time now. Our neighborhoods have been hit, since Buick City left. We just seen the downfall. And now I think it's time for us to really start looking at putting serious investment in, giving the people that still remain there and people who may want to come back there an opportunity. And we want to make sure we got resources and businesses to cater to the individuals who choose to be here.
Okay, so when I'm looking at it, this building is right here on Stewart and Martin Luther King?
ML King in Pasadena.
Oh, MLK in Pasadena.
Flint Park. I'm sorry, Flint Park.
Flint Park. Okay. Thank you for the correction. All right. And that's right across the street from the old Bruce Flower Shop. Do you remember Bruce Flower Shop?
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's right in the heart of the North Side.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about a lot of North Side investment. And so this is just another example of people coming home and investing in the North Side. And I think since it is on the, no, I don't think, I know for a fact, since it's on the other side of Stewart, it's the First Ward. So I see a lot of your progress is taking place in the First Ward. You are like a silent catalyst in the First Ward, cleaning up First Ward neighborhoods, rebuilding First Ward commercial projects. Wow. Okay. Well, tell us more.
Absolutely. Well, I'm born and raised in the First Ward, right there on my street. We still have our family house. I have my house there. I just seen it since I've been home. It hasn't nothing really taken place. In this area, we got a lot of blight, a lot of abandoned houses that still need to be tore down. And I just, just fed up, and I wanted to do something and be a part of the change and generate that. So, when you see us working on these houses, rehabilitating homes, that we're in a partnership with Genesee County Land Bank, we have been able to renovate like 15 homes now, fully inside and out. Energy efficient. We got folks in there that never would have had an opportunity to be in these type of homes right in the hood. And that, they're taking pride in that. And so we just want to continue to build on that momentum and show that it's people here that care about the neighborhood, and in particular the First Ward that has been disinvested, and in particular areas like a mess. But we here, we're going to continue to push at it and continue to try to generate that change.
Now, your homes are very unique, meaning that if someone is riding down the street, we can tell if that house has been redone by the M.A.D.E Institute. What makes your home so unique?
Well, we kind of put our niche on it. So, like, you may ride by one of the homes and look at the porch, or you might see the decks that we have on there, and they have like a little certain colors.
You're building decks?
Absolutely. And we're doing this through our skilled trades program, in which we train some of the men and women who come through the program who've been formerly incarcerated or who just been without a job for quite some time, and even our youth.
Yeah.
They get an opportunity to get some real hands-on skills that they can utilize for the rest of their lives and take with them. But part of coming through the program is giving back to your community, and that's what makes the program that we have so unique and so special. And then we have neighbors coming out and seeing some of these individuals they may even remember from being in the negative side of things at one point in time in their life, now doing something positive, and helping to revitalize the community. There's no greater feeling than that,
So you're saying you're having some returning citizens come, teaching them how to build decks, how to make homes energy efficient, how to do drywalling, flooring. You're teaching them these skills that's needed now, because I need someone to help me with my deck, some drywalling and some flooring. But you are teaching them these things.
Absolutely.
And they are investing it back into the neighborhood.
Absolutely. Each one reach one, then teach one.
And that's all right.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So tell me more. So tell me about some other projects. So we spoke briefly and lightly about the project taking place right there on was that Flint Park and Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. So tell us some more about your projects and programs with the M.A.D.E Institute.
So that's the main one we're gonna really be focusing on this year. Trying to raise. It's ultimately we're working with an architect right now. Maybe I can come back, have some designs and things I can share with you. It's a beautiful the way it's coming out. It's gonna be beautiful. If once we do raise the $3 million it's gonna take to revitalize that building, it's gonna create so many jobs, so many opportunities, and it's gonna be a beacon of hope. A culture hub / business incubator, and then allowing individuals, some of the individuals that we work with that come through the skilled trades or just some of our mentorship, they have entrepreneur backgrounds. They want to be small business owners. We're going to have these type of programs available for them, and helping to produce that so they can go back out and further into the communities, into these neighborhoods, and create their own businesses and things like that, and help revitalize the neighborhoods so people can be within walking distance, as it once used to be when Flint was really thriving in these areas. We're just trying to reinvent it, but be innovative with it. We utilize, we're big on green energy, solar panels, and those type of things. This is the way of the world. We big on climate and resilience and that kind of stuff. So definitely.
Okay, so will this we have solar panels and stuff. Are you into that yet?
Absolutely. Some of our houses already have the solar panels right in the hood. You know what I mean? So we want to show that what once used to look like it was going to be nothing and just gone. We bringing it back to life with innovation, with the solar panels and so forth. Some of our homes actually got solar panels on them.
You all are really ahead of the game because we are just looking into community solar, and that's going to be another conversation that we have with the community. But you are 5 steps ahead of the game. This is amazing work. Any more projects or any more programs that we need to hear about?
Absolutely. So we just found out we won a nice sized grant from the public welfare. A big foundation out in D.C. is going to support our social justice program. So this is going to be something now. We've been doing it, like having little pilots the last couple of years, whether it's registering people in the county jail to vote, before that kind of really took off, and just doing voter education, knowing your basic rights. So now we about to take it to a whole nother level as we just found out our program is going to begin supported, and that's something in the coming weeks I'll be able to kind of elaborate on a little more too as well.
Please, let's make sure that you connect with me, because I had so many people reaching out to me saying, we need someone to come in and help motivate our seniors. And I'm not talking about seniors in high school, I'm talking about senior citizens. Yeah, to vote. We need our youth motivated to vote. We just need some of everybody. So we would definitely need to connect so we can talk about that, because it's important for you to get out and vote.
Absolutely.
Vote informed. So not just voting willy-nilly. A-B, okay, everybody, I'm voting for everybody black, I'm voting for everybody that's a woman.
Be educated.
Be educated.
Educated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well, any more programs and projects? Because every time I see you, it's a new program, new project going on, something good happening.
I think right now the main programs we're going to be focused on is the social justice program, the Self-Made Ventures project, doing more skilled trades. We want to get some more training going. Mm-hmm. We actually, mid-December, we just wrapped up one of our skilled trade programs, which was very successful. We had like 12 individuals in partnership with Consumer Foundation. And so
Consumers Energy, you guys.
They have a foundation as well.
Okay.
The foundation part of it, but it's Consumer Energy Foundation, and they're out in the field now, starting off at like $18 an hour, And we had the age range from like individuals that was 18 to like early 40s. So that was huge, and that's something we big on, is creating jobs. Folks need good paying jobs, but before we can get there, they got to get skilled as well, and that's why we focus a lot on getting them trained, getting them these jobs, and we know from what the governor and what's been talked about and some things that's already taking place, these are the jobs of the future, and we want to make sure we have an opportunity to benefit.
So how can residents take advantage of these opportunities? So say if I'm a returning citizen and I want to build my skills, how can we take advantage of these opportunities?
Well, the first step is just to come in. We have our office space. Our main office space is at 503 Garland Street, Flint, Michigan, 48503, right in the heart of downtown area, inside of People's Church. Monday through Friday, usually my executive assistant or myself or someone would be there. You come in, we'll do an intake, do an assessment, get a feel for what it is that you're looking for, and then from there we put a plan together and match you with our resource person or a mentor to help you begin to build out the things that you may need, whether it's jobs, whether it's training, or just mentorship, or just someone to talk to at times. We get a lot of people, especially with the underserved population, that has a lot of things they're going through, and we try to connect them. And if we don't have the resources, we refer them out to other agencies in the community. We know we can't do everything ourselves, so it's a collaborative effort.
So recently, you all were benefactors of some opioid funding, and this is funding that's sent into the community to help combat the opioid crisis. So transitional housing, that's part of it. So how about you just make the community more aware of how you're going to spend those funds? Because we try to make sure that we hold everyone accountable and that we're very transparent on how these things go. So let the community know how you will be spending these dollars.
So absolutely, good question too. First, I want to thank the council who supported that. just waiting to sign that contract so we can get going with our programming. With our transitional housing, it's very unique. It's just not a place where you're going to lay your head. We provide other services, and one of those services is counseling around, because we, like 90% of the individuals that we work with have substance abuse issues, whether it's alcohol, drugs, and other forms of opioids. And we know the kind of damage that's doing to our community. So what the funds would allow us to do is bring in clinical social workers and counselors to assist us with working with this population to help to combat that, with the individuals that's suffering from some of these diseases, mental illnesses, and so forth.
All right, great. Because, that was one of the things that was on the Attorney General's list, in dealing with opioid crisis and transitional housing. Because people, they need somewhere to go so they can transition, so they can become physically as well as mentally well. So you're on top of it.
Absolutely. When, another thing a lot of people may not know, last time I looked at the data, over 42% of the population here in Flint has a felony conviction on their record. That's half your population when you talk about 80,000 people here. So when you just, and I say that to go back to the housing piece that you just mentioned, it's so important that we are able to continue to build on our housing stock to provide housing for individuals who have felons on their records, because what a lot of people may not know, if you have a felon, you can't get into like public housing. You can't even stay with a family member in public housing, or they can lose their housing. So if individuals don't have safe places to reintegrate back into, what do you think they're going to do? We're just going to continue to create that cycle of criminality and so forth when you place individuals back into those survival modes. So what we're doing is something very unique, and we just want to continue to build on that, and we're just thankful for the opportunity and from the council, so we're supporting that as well.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because we are currently working on the Fair Chance Housing Act, and it was something initiated by Nation Outside, because they came to council and they were talking about how they have faced many barriers just trying to rent property. So that's one thing, a priority that council is looking into, to passing that. So people with returning citizen background, they will have a fair chance to receive housing. So Absolutely. This will not be putting them before people, prioritize them in any way, but this is just giving them a fair chance, just as the name says, to receive housing. So if I have a job, if I have a good credit score, why shouldn't I be considered for housing?
Absolutely. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. So definitely I salute y'all and Nation Outside for pushing this act and keeping that going, because it's important. And just to kind of add to that, right at the end of November and beginning of December, 2 of the homes that we wrapped up renovating, we moved 2 of our returning citizens into those homes. They completed the program, they're maintaining the job, even going to school. You know what I mean? So this is what we're creating. People just need resources, some good mentorship, and a real opportunity. And majority of the individuals that we serve are really trying to do the right thing, and we need them. Their families need them. So I salute Nation Outside and that initiative, you guys, and those who are supporting it, and definitely M.A.D.E Institute support that.
All right, so let's talk about what you're doing with the Flint Community Schools, okay? Yeah. Now you graduated from where? What school did you attend?
M.A.D.E. Come on now, M.A.D.E. Flint Northwestern.
All right,
class of '99.
All right,
yeah.
So listen, be glad I'm not going to pull your mic, okay? So Big Red all day. We will continue with this interview. So let's talk about, so what are you doing with the Flint schools?
So yeah, definitely. This is a long time coming, so to say. Let me take it back. So about 7 years ago, I actually ran for school board as a felon. And that was a big issue, and rejecting the white people had a lot of pushback and so forth, et cetera. But I knew then the school to prison pipeline is very real. The way our school system, the educational system has been set up is like prisons. And we was going in there, and we had opportunities to go in there and mentor and talk to some of the youth, and we was getting feedback from the youth. And they would tell you, it's like they don't care about us, the way it's structured, from, taking cell phones, book bags, all these silly issues, and creating policies that's over aggressive. It was a time when we was in school, you may lash out at the teacher or something, and they give you detention. or they bring in someone to talk to you and see what's really going on. A lot of our youth are going through a lot of different things that don't have nothing to do with school, that they come into the schools with. And that has to be addressed, not just kicking them out and so forth. So fast forward to now, we finally have built that relationship to where now we have a partnership with the Flint schools. We're going to be working with some of the alternative schools and after school programming, coming in, doing mentorship. And I'm excited about it. From that mentorship, we're hoping to add additional programs like the skill trades and things like that. I feel like, our young people, they deserve that. They deserve real opportunities, and they deserve to hear from people that come from exactly where they coming from.
Now, will this be male and female or just male?
Absolutely. We work with both.
Oh, okay.
Male and female.
All right. Well, be glad that you don't discriminate. All right. So where can we find out more about you and follow you?
So definitely, we have a website, www.madeinstitute.org, or you can call the business number, which is 810-835-8304. Or you can come to our office Monday through Friday, usually between 9 or 4 o'clock. Someone will be there, which is 503 Garland Street, 48503, inside of People's Church in the heart of downtown.
Okay, so is that also where I can find that brand new book that you just released?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to the website. The book is called Tears Dry and Wounds Heal, The Story of My Life. It was dropped about 3 months ago. Super excited about that, doing very well. Got a lot of support from the community and continuing to get support. People telling me they appreciate it. And it's just, it's a real true to life story. My story growing up here in Flint, ups and downs, a little bit about my prison, a little bit about my family, my upbringing, I really giving people a real eye opener into who Leon El Alamein is, and the next journey and the next steps and the next things we got planned is
good stuff. So anything else that you would like to share with our listening audience?
No, just I'll continue to please support, and just looking forward to doing some more great things here in the community.
Well, all these great things you're doing, it sound like you. Wonder, do you have any political aspirations?
I've been getting asked a lot, as I'm potentially, jump into the political arena. And that's something definitely on my radar. I'm thinking about, especially just being disappointed on how the First Ward has been underrepresented, in my opinion, especially in the area and the part in which I grew up in and continue to do a lot of the work. The lack of support we have been getting there for the last decade, to be honest with you, is unsatisfactory in my opinion. So it just depends on the residents, what they want. If they, if God puts it in my heart to continue to go down that path and pursue it, that's something I'm definitely considering. And then talking to the residents, they want something a little different kind of leadership. And then, it's something I'm definitely considering. And also, just like, it ain't kind of like council, but I'm currently also the vice president at the Flint Housing Commission right now. So I'm getting my feet wet a little bit on the political side. And so, yeah.
Well, we have to bring you back next time to talk more about the Housing Commission.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we definitely thank you so much for your time. And we thank you for tuning in today and joining us as we have a conversation with the community. So please share, like, comment. Let's make sure that we spread the positive word. We want to make sure that the residents in Flint, that they are informed, because the best resident is an informed resident. So you take care and make it a good day.